live. And
alive we go.
Woo! New day, new wet palette.
We are live. We are live. That's me saying that we're live in the Skype sound.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm really feeling like painting some fur, some leather, and some snow.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to throw these models out and do that instead?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The Rybot, good evening. This is some Army Painter Demonic Yellow, so I really gotta shake it.
Actually need a vortex mixer. We are live. We are live.
Tinara, afternoon, folks. Alt account, top of the evening to you. Cake the Bandit, woohoo! I'm seeing a concert Friday. Ooh, cool.
You seen Jay Beebs? I saw that he's going to be in town soon for us. And how many tickets are we going to get?
Yeah. God, what if our first giveaway was Justin Bieber tickets?
That would be pretty great, honestly. Here, let's see. Let me go to my personal accounts. I literally got from Ticketmaster an email yesterday about concerts. So we're gonna Justin Bieber, Chicago, Illinois.
Did I really use this yellow on the bases? I really should have written this stuff down.
Okay.
No, it looks more like Vallejo Earth. What was on my palette?
Okay, we're gonna see him May 9th.
Oh, great.
And then, okay, so, wow, it's almost all the way sold out. It is $90 each for a ticket.
I used orange. Oh, that's interesting.
Is $90 okay?
Yeah. Put that on the company card.
Perfect. You're kind of gonna be in the nosebleeds, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Here, maybe the 10th has some. Maybe the 10th has some more. No, the 10th has less. Although there's some closer stuff. Closer stuff is $340 a piece.
Damn.
So
why does Justin Bieber hate the fans?
I don't know. Yeah, you don't even get any models with your tickets. Lucky
Bat, ooh woo, Alfarius, yo, I am Alfarius. Alt account, Steinelrez Gray. Impossible to tell if I hit every spot.
That is true.
Battlebirds Tabletop, what's up, folks? Jason M, hey everyone. Built the Octeris terrain with my friend and had a few beers. That's the appropriate way to build the Octeris terrain.
Drunk out of your mind.
I have the Chalnath terrain built, and I need to paint it. I'd love to have all the Chalnath stuff done before what's the new Nachmund comes out.
Someone please tell us how to pronounce that differently than we are. We can also see Red Hot Chili Peppers or Elton John or John Mayer or Journey or the WWE.
Wow, all-star lineup.
Yeah.
Tabletop.
We can also Tool, another fun one.
Tabletop. How do we feel about the Chaos Space Marine Legionaries? Very pumped. Ooh, I saw they posted some rules. I haven't gotten a chance to look at them yet. Has it been revealed how many operatives do you get?
It's a good question.
Tinara, Land Raider Protus arrived in the mail this morning. Looking forward to making an amateurish mesh of it. You know, the Land Raider kit is a little tricky. It's a really good kit, but it's older, and it's a little fussy in terms of putting it together. And you kind of almost have to do sub-assemblies, especially if you want the door mechanism to work. And actually, I was really mad. So the way the kit is, the door actually will open by itself. If you open up like the top hatch, the bottom hatch will also open, and it's really, really cool. And I worked really hard to make sure that it worked. And then when I painted it, it no longer would open. But after like a dozen opens, it kind of worked itself out, and now it opens just fine. Yeah, Land Raider is a cool kit. I would love a Primaris version of it. Not a remake, but maybe like a new sprue that gives some Primaris weapons and allows Primaris to go in it. It's complete BS. I guess Primaris Marines don't want to bump their heads.
Yeah, that'd be awkward.
Mm-hmm. Even though they're supposed to be basically the same height as normal Marines. Because they're normal Marines.
Yes, they revealed the Marks of Chaos.
Hmm.
There's probably different ways to play them or whatever.
Ah.
And then Bad Brother Tabletop, not officially, but it's 6.
Nice. You know, I have a drawer full of not Night Haunt, Night Lords. So maybe I'll Nick's getting the real models, which is just regular Space Marines. But maybe I'll finish putting together
with
my
an upgrade sprue.
Yeah, with an upgrade sprue. I guess I'll have to make do without that upgrade sprue. Oh darn. But maybe I'll build a force of Night Lords Space Marines. Is there Night Lords rules? I bet not, because they're not a Mark of Chaos. They are the bats.
Link you 11. Today is my birthday.
Ah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Did you get Dominion?
Samaikala, who do you think would win in an unarmed fight, Grot or Nurgling? I think the Grot would win, but later die of the plague.
Yep.
Hi everyone! I finally made a smart life decision and joined the EOB Patreon. Woo! That's awesome! So now you're going to get access to some behind the scenes voting on models I paint live here on YouTube, like these Orcs and Gretchen. One extra video of Eons of Battle a week. Access to the Patreon-only live stream Friday night hobby hangouts, which are super, super duper fun. And a whole multiple boards worth of grimdark terrain STLs.
This is all true. Very, very true. We actually recorded some more Warhammer Plus today. We watched a ton of stuff.
Tons!
Oh
Hours!
God. Hours of stuff today. And some lovely person's going to have to put that all together.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. I'm going to be putting it together. I'm the lovely person. Everyone say thank you in the chat. Especially people that aren't part of the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's always fun making fun of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is their shows are getting better, and so it's sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Oh, but there is stuff.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff.
It's a little bit more difficult, but the things that they don't have polished as much, like obviously Lore Masters or
oh god,
which we won't watch those anymore.
No, we're
or
not.
The battle reports or the
maybe a battle report
masterclass.
if there's something fun and short.
There never is.
Yeah. I mean, the Kill Team ones are only like an hour.
Yes. But yeah, the master classes are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hammer Bolter is getting so much better.
Holy cow, is it? Like, damn. It's like a good show now.
I mean, every 3 seconds there was problems.
Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe like because I think one of the big things before was like it just the cinema. Like I guess there's cinematography in 2D animation for sure, and I feel like they just never did anything clever or interesting. Like in the new episodes, they had like close-ups and establishing shots. Like, you know, every now and then you would be like looking at people's feet moving, but it like made sense. Like they're actually well executed.
Right.
Tromari, have you seen the Bad Moon's Death Dread that uses a Necron turret as a body? No, but that sounds cool. Edscar, yo, what up, fella nerds? Just gluing some printed stuff together. All right, 3D print flex, but cool.
Exactly. Jason M. So when are you gonna record you guys watching the Brave Little Toaster tomorrow?
Any day now. Yeah, tomorrow. Goatswits, your Templars have inspired me to start my own Black Templar army. Any ideas of how I should base them? My basing idea that I didn't really stick to or execute very well is I wanted to recreate the basing from the old Jazz Goodwin art, the 3rd edition Codex cover, or the 3rd edition Army Book cover, where it's like a giant pile of Black Templar Space Marines on like a yellow, sandy ruins of a temple. So I would try to do that. Alfarius Tips, do you have any advice for an oil wash? I'm wanting to do one for my librarian. I would say take colors. Like I would say maybe don't do a black wash unless your librarian is, I don't know, probably don't do a black wash. Your librarian is probably blue, so I would mix black and blue together and make a dark blue wash. And I think that'll serve you better than just a black wash.
Mm-hmm. I always do an ultramarine wash on my orc skin.
Ooh.
To get a nice deep blue. Better Brothers Tabletop. Jay and Nick, you guys are growing on my wife. She now says, the same way Jay says it on the stream as a little inside joke.
Seth Wilson, I've been wanting to get into Mechanicus, but I don't know what color scheme I should go for. Orange.
Yeah. Orange.
Farius, I love the hobby hangouts that we do. Yeah, the hobby hangouts are really fun. An interesting trend that always seems to happen, because we do kind of 2 long streams every week. We do one for the patrons and one on Saturdays for everybody. And the ones for everybody tend to wind down as the evening goes on. But the Patreon only, the Discord Patreon hangouts ramp up to the point where at midnight when we sign off, we're like yelling at each other and laughing and
yeah, usually gets pretty wild.
Yeah.
Something that I literally just thought about today is we actually have a call-in stream for the normies on Saturday.
Ah, that's true.
And so that's essentially a 2-on-1. Y'all join a Patreon stage, and then we pick people and chat with them with your voice. And that is pretty fun.
G4 Summer 45. And yet no episode 2 of Exodite. Yeah, they kind of teased it today. They said that they're late because they're still working on it. They said that it's going to be late a few days, so I don't know if that means it's going to come out like on Friday or if they're going to wait until next week. I think I would probably guess that means wait until next week.
Yeah.
But it's weird that they said it's a couple days delayed. When that's not how they release things. They release things on Wednesdays. Alt count. Anyone else think the preview of the Age of Sigmar show that had a Stormcast that looked identical to the Inquisitor?
I don't even know what that is.
They showed off some like they showed off kind of like a trailer for the next season of Warhammer Plus, and there's going to be an Age of Sigmar show, which I think that just means, it seems like it's just going to mean that there's going to be Age of Sigmar Hammer and Bolters. Because Hammer and Bolter, the Hammer is Age of Sigmar, the bolter is 40k. Hopefully that doesn't mean it's going to be a year of Age of Sigmar, because we just got a year of 40k.
Mm-hmm. Although if there's Gloomspike gets stuff.
That's true.
Oh,
you know what?
My God.
I do like Age of Sigmar, so maybe that wouldn't be that bad.
No.
But I like 40k more.
Right. I would assume they can't stop doing 40k stuff.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind seeing some Gloomspike gets, assuming everything is going to be Gloomspike gets related, of course.
I mean, yeah. What are the odds that it's not?
Right.
Shannon Marzrigos, how good is the painting class by Louise? It's very good. I like it.
It is very
She's
good.
really, really good at painting. Although there's been a couple times where it's not her hosting, and those episodes suck.
Yes.
You just get to see pretty darn good painting.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying that Aiden is not a master?
I don't think he's very good. Although, yeah, sometimes little problems with some explanation.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not as good at explaining.
Mm-hmm.
And because I would assume that they come up with everything on their own.
Yeah.
Maybe I would highly doubt there's a team of writers behind everything.
No, I mean, okay, so today you're going to paint this. I don't know how to paint that. Well, too bad. It's on the schedule.
Yep. He's not as good at explaining as Louise.
No.
Louise sometimes has like references or like she's had diagrams in the past. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, Aiden sucks. That's what we're trying to get at.
Boom. Destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
PJ McMurray. And Patreon donors get to cut the line in the call-in streams to sign up before Saturday. That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
You can sign up just to cut the line.
Well, hey Jay, seems like there is more gray than brown on your base coat so far, so why not prime and gray? Well, the gray is dry brushed over brown, so the brown is still showing through. And even though his gun and helmet and backpack are gray, his whole body and all of his clothing is brown. Also,
Right.
oops, I just put green on his backpack. Also, usually if you gray base coat, it means everything is going to be a little bit gray, whereas I find a color base coat tends to give a little bit more oomph and a little bit more color. What's his name? Collective SG just put out a wonderful video talking about how to pick your base coat color, where he took 2 Genestealer called Aberrants, and he did one in more of a realistic style where he base coated in like a beige, something pretty darn close to what his highlight color was going to be, and then he highlighted one bright magenta, and then finished them both perfectly to show how that bright magenta base coat can really modify all the colors you end up putting on the model. Whereas going with something maybe a little bit more sensible is actually a detriment to you getting really, really cool contrast and color value. So yeah, Collective SG. It's a really good video.
Mm-hmm. He's just good in general.
Yeah, amazing painter.
Mm-hmm. Where's his comments? I saw those comments and I was going to answer the comments because it was a really good comment.
Bad Brothers Tabletop. Stupid me. I honestly thought that the hammer in Hammer and Bolter was like the hammer of the gun. I know that makes no sense, but that's where my brain thought.
That's amazing. Rob Button, hey Jay, where'd you get that little cacti on the bases?
Ah! They are from a company called Epic Basing, which is a company that makes 3D printed basing bits for lots of different things like plants, forests, jungles, mushrooms, Venus flytraps. I have it on good authority from the makers themselves that they're working on some grimdark and sci-fi stuff. And this is really, really cool. I think it really adds a ton to the base without doing much effort.
Yes, and you can buy them digital bits, or you can buy the actual physically printed resin bits.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a lot of options, and you know, you might want to look at the prices. They're pretty good, but let's say you want, I don't know, like 10% off. Well, look at that. If you use this link, you can get 10% off your order
Yeah,
from Epic Basing.
it's a special offer they've given to our viewers. And if you shop with that code, make sure maybe leave them a little note in the the comments of your the leave a comment thing at checkout saying Eons of Battle sent you.
Exactly.
It's a big help to the channel.
And use that link.
And use that link.
Both those things.
Mm-hmm. Shannon Mars goes, would you recommend Warhammer Plus solely based on her classes? Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
It's fine, whatever. No, you definitely want to like more things. It's possible that I might be coming out with a video soon, going through all of Warhammer Plus. It's possible.
That's what I think about that. That's what I think about Warhammer Plus.
Mm-hmm. Ethan Vanderweel was wondering if you've run into any blotchiness while using contrast paints, as I've seen you're starting using them more recently, painting Legion droids using contrast skeleton horde. Yes and no. I think actually battle droids would be a great pick for contrast because even though they're kind of flat, they have lots and lots of little details for the contrast to flow into. I think Space Marines is really hard to put contrast on them because you have to apply it quick and then you have to like smooth it out because it naturally flows into the recesses, but you'll still get patches on large smooth areas. But I mean, I definitely, if you want to know how to paint battle droids with contrast paints, Sarastro Painting has a wonderful video on doing some skeleton or doing some battle droids with that exact color. So Sarastro. Sean, YouTube mini painters gang war. J Nick, do you want to maybe I arrange a little accident for Aiden?
No, he can live, but we'll just be disappointed about it.
Shannon Marzabadaberdabau. It's pronounced Maz Rio goes. Low. Now say it 3 times fast. Mazadadadao, Marzagadabao, and Mazarigos. Nailed it.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we try to take as many opportunities to be rude as possible. We really try to. That's why the burping happens. That's why mispronouncing people's names happens. Yeah.
Pro tip for base coating: use a dry brush. You can put on a lot more paint faster.
That is true.
I mean, if you know, sometimes you can't do that because you have to like be sort of accurate. But on these cactus, it's helping a lot.
G4's number 45. So anyone else find it weird that we haven't seen any Tyranid news, even though they're supposedly releasing at the end of March here?
Supposedly by who? The rumors?
Mm-hmm.
The rumors that are never wrong except when they are?
Exactly. I mean, it also could be what Games Workshop usually does is they'll show things off, and then 3 months it comes out.
That is true. We did get shown off a Tyranid, and I think they showed off a wing at some point. Like, they showed off a new Tyranid-looking wing, and then I think it was like one of those like silhouette guess the thingy. I think there was another Tyranid-looking part.
T-Force Member 45. Games Workshop announced them. Was that like at the end of an article or something? Sometimes they do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you make it all the way to the end of the article, they're like, oh, by the way, there's more shit coming. And it might be smelly or whatever, and that's, you know, they have little clues.
Yeah, I think now that we've a bunch of armies have actually gotten updated. Now it's like, well, who's left? I guess the Guard and the Tyranid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Astra Militarum, which honestly, kind of cool name, but it was the Guard first, so it'll always be the Guard.
Yeah. I mean, are the Tyranids bad? Like,
no, not at all. But they just have old stuff. Yeah.
But there's not much that's that bad, though.
No, I think just a couple of characters, maybe. Red Terror is old.
Yeah.
My Fetic Spore Mines are old. Can you even buy them separately? They have a couple of fine cast kits.
Because even like the Ormagons and Termagants are fine.
Yeah. Yeah, they still look really good.
I've seen people do crazy stuff with those, like where they like cut the arms and legs at weird positions to make them more dynamic.
Yeah.
Red Terror. Kind of a mess.
From the 2.8 World Eaters Army release. I don't know, maybe in a couple years. PJ McMurray and Knights. That's true. They did show off a Chaos Knight thing in their big beginning of the year tease that I worked really hard on a video for, and then no one watched it.
Did no one watch it?
It got like 30,000 views, but I thought it was gonna do really well.
Maybe everyone else knew too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think we were a little late.
Yeah, probably. You know, we make a lot of videos a week. You think they should update the Lictor and Death Leaper?
Yes, because they're resin, but I think they look good. I think the update will probably just make them plastic. Yeah, I think they're really cool looking models. I have four metal Lictors. Because that used to be a kill team, an old kill team 2018, and a really fun kill team. Although a little swingy. If you roll bad, they start to die, and then you're like, uh-oh, I lose.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 models and you have 8. God, remember that one game where Ben set up the landmine right in front of my deployment zone, and I thought, what are the odds I roll a 1? And then I rolled like 5 ones, and every one of my guys took damage.
And we died of laughter every time. Except for you. You cried. Yeah, I feel like the only model that looks like shit is the Red Terror.
Yeah.
It looks really bad.
It has a really cool piece of art, just like everything does.
Yeah, it looks really bad. Maybe it's just painted really bad.
Yeah, it's hard to see what it even looks like, too.
Yeah.
Like, its head is covering up all the rest of it.
Yeah, it's confusing. And there's only one photo of it because it looks bad. And no spinny.
Sometimes like when there's only one photo, I like to think they didn't paint the other half.
Yeah.
And like it's like a weirdly low res image too. There's a couple of those on the Games Workshop website.
Yeah.
Sean just bought the Cadian Guard bundle for $93 today instead of the $110 from Games Workshop. Ooh, cool. How'd you manage that? Isn't it a like a Games Workshop web store exclusive? Jason M. Tyranids are the best. Biovore is the worst model. Red Terror. Oh, I kind of like the new Bio... Or I guess it's not... There's actually been 3 Biovores. There was an old one that was tiny, and then there was a metal one that kind of looked like it had 3 ball sacks, and then there's the newer one that's the current resin version. And I don't mind the new one. Although the Myphetic Spore Mines could use an update. And they're resin, so they snap instantly.
Ball sack.
Joseph Patton, will the Exodite episode 2 release before or after Chaos Space Marines get 2 wounds? It's weird that they haven't gotten 2 wounds yet. I feel like, just do it. Like, clearly they're meant to have 2 wounds. And clearly, Chaos Space Marines are not incredibly overpowered right now.
Yep.
Prima Zemo, Jay, will you guys ever do any Necromunda gangs? Never say never. I really like the look of Necromunda. I own Necromunda. I painted some gangers. But, I don't know. There's so many games out there.
Is there an Orc team or a Grot team?
No.
Can't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even want to entertain it. I don't know, maybe. But, You know what? I haven't really looked at it. I don't look at it right now. They have some really fun terrain.
Oh my gosh, their terrain is gorgeous. I kind of want to just buy that little street scene. Like with the carts or not the carts, but like the little shopping awnings.
Frozen Throg, play all the games. I wish.
I know. Yeah, literally, if I had an extra week, I'd play so many games, and it's just my week. Like everybody else still has the same amount of time, but I get an extra week. I would just play games.
I like the Corpse Grinder Cult Gang.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are really
I think
cool.
I still like Escher. There was another one I liked too. What was it though? It wasn't Orlok. They're just the normal guys. Oh, and I like the Arbides. I think they're not called Arbides. They're called like Enforce or something or others. But they're basically Adeptus Arbides. Those guys are neat. They're like the police.
Interesting. I never looked at this page once in my life. Fun.
What's really interesting is originally Forge World was making the upgrade kits, so you could get like usually I think you could get like a head swap kit and a weapon swap kit, but then Games Workshop took over and now they make plastic upgrades for Necromunda.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that it was Forge World's job, and then I guess maybe it was selling too well, and then they were like, they were just like, yeet, mine.
Unfortunately, the Underhive markets, which $50, not the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And not great, but not the worst.
Yeah.
It's sold out online. No longer available.
Yeah, but what does that mean? I literally don't know.
Yeah. Probably for a while. You won't be able to get it.
Well, maybe that's fine because we don't play the game.
Yep.
It does look fun though. It seems like I've seen like Zorpazorp and people who play Necromunda a lot put together boards of that, and it's like it kind of looks a lot like Infinity. Like they'll have a lot of elevation, and it looks really cool.
Anger. Have you ever played Blood Bowl either on tabletop or video game? We own it and never played it.
Mm-hmm. It looks like fun. Models are cool.
Yep.
What do you guys think of the Jacaro, the alien orangutan that works with the Inquisition? I really like Jacaros. I like the Inquisition a lot. I think they're really cool. I think the current model is kind of lame. I can't imagine it'll get a refresh because it's a niche in a niche in a niche.
Yep.
Captain Howdy 91, give the gangers rules for 40k. No, not everything has to be 40k. Just make house rules. Or play them as count as like Imperial Guard or something.
Everything is 40k.
Alt account, I'm going to watch you guys in hobby until you get off. Then I have a deployment at work. like a deployment zone, like you have to set up your models on your board edge.
Mm-hmm.
Are you near objectives?
I'm sure that's correct. Brady Allenva, thinking about starting an orc army. What should I start out with?
Probably Orc Boys.
Boys.
Yeah, the old box of Orc Boys. It's a great kit. Probably build the rocket launcher and the knob. Although you'll probably upgrade to a better knob because the Boys knob is pretty bad. It's you use regular Boys legs and then just like a weirdly big torso and then small weapons and a regular boy head. Like, it does the job, I suppose, but ugh. But yeah, definitely get the regular boys. Andy Crimson, I just zenithalled and base coded 3 dozen different minis and forgot that there was a stream happening. Also, hey everyone. Well, better late than never, I suppose.
I agree.
Alt account deploy software to production. Yeah, that's what I said. PJ McMurray, gangers used to count as conscripts in 40k. Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably what they would be again. Because in theory, as badass as the Necromunda gangers are, they would probably be like insta-killed by orcs.
Yeah.
PJ95, I need a fire reference, and I might just light a fire in front of my mini and then take some pictures. Here's the perfect reference. Set your mini on fire.
Yep. That could work.
Joseph Patton, can Jacaro spam be a thing? I don't think so. I think it's like an upgrade character you can buy with an Inquisition detachment. Also, you wouldn't want to. They don't really do anything. Like, I think they can buff the weapons of like a squad or your Inquisition. Alt account, Uncle Adam has written off Kill Team as anything other than the Octaris box due to the cash grabby feel of it, but his other big gripe is that he says the compendium teams are all boring. Yeah, I think the problem was... well, there's 2 problems. Number 1, Kill Team 22 is a very different game from Kill Team 18, and Kill Team 18 was like his favorite game of all time. He loved everything about it. His favorite thing was the morale phase, which everybody else in the world hated. So that's the one huge thing, is it kind of, his game died. Another big thing is I don't think he really read the compendium that hard, because he completely ignored strategic and tactical ploys, secondary objectives, and equipments, which is kind of how this new game does, variety. And so he just saw, orcs are orcs. They have regular stats, that's it. Which, although that is what it was before, but yeah, so he kind of missed how the new game does list building. So, yeah. Batman's tabletop. Love Uncle Adam, but he needs to chill about Kill Team, I think. I love Kill Team 18 too, but this is a better game. Yeah, I completely agree.
Correct.
Yeah, I also love Uncle Adam. I try to catch his Sunday streams as much as I can.
Mm-hmm. I think it's kind of fun that the new Boys box comes with 2 sprues, and it's $45, and the old one is 3 sprues, and it's $36.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think, again, it's everything with Games Workshop is random, and they haven't removed the old Boys box, so I wonder if the story isn't over on New Orcs. It's weird they decided to sell them separately, because I feel like they totally could have just left those as the combat patrol orcs, and
Yeah.
left the regular boys as the supplemental regular boys. So really odd, but you know what? It's impossible to look at Games Workshop and pretend like you see trends. It's all complete randomness. All to count. Mini on fire equals painted orange. Exactly.
Yeah. The Sixth World wins the next call-in stream this Saturday at 9 p.m. Central.
Jason M. Compendium Tyranid Warriors for the win. Yeah! 6 Tyranid Warriors looks like so much fun. Just these absolute monsters with good shooting and good fighting. And then you only have 6 models, so you can really load them up with equipment. I really like the look of the Tyranid Warriors. And it's potentially possible that I may have just invested in more Tau for kill team purposes. Ooh, Battle Brothers Tabletop. I've got a question that you might know the answer to. So Tau stealth suits. Nobody will ever guess what I bought. Tau stealth suits have a special rule where they are treated as being in cover unless another model is within 2 inches of them. Does that trigger... So Vantage Point says that models who are getting the benefit of cover from terrain... are treated as having a engage order instead of a conceal order. So does the Tau rule doesn't mention, it mentions getting cover, but it doesn't mention getting cover from terrain, and the Vantage Point rule does mention getting cover from terrain. So does that mean that if you're on a Vantage Point and you see a Tau stealth suit with a conceal order out in the open, that you can shoot at them? Because they're technically gaining cover from their special rule, not gaining cover from terrain. If anything I said made any sense, I could use a second opinion.
Interesting. I mean, it seems specific with terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Is it is in the Tau community? Is it pretty split?
I was looking on Reddit. And they seem to think, for sure, you are safe from Vantage Point. From Vantage Point turning your conceal into an engage. But I would tend to think it would turn your conceal into an engage.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Brothers Tabletop, I'll have to look, but I think they're still safe. Yeah, and maybe I need to look too, because I was just going off of memory of the Vantage Point rule, because I often look at the Vantage Point rule a lot, because it's often blowing my models off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Moore, new subscriber to the channel. I love the videos. Have been binge watching Models and Memories. Any plans for Space Wolves videos soon? Probably not. I don't know how it would happen. I do own one Space Wolf model, and it's the Space Wolf Captain that came with one of the doubles boxes, but I think I halfway converted it to a Black Templar. Battle Tabletop. Yeah, since it's a special rule, I'm almost positive you're safe from Vantage. Ooh, you know what? That's a good point. I wonder, do special rules trump regular rules? Because they're special.
Eventually.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I love rules interactions.
Oh yeah, and the good thing is that they make it easy there at Games Workshop.
Mm-hmm. Where's my green? Is it on the table already? Oh no, I dropped it on the floor like 7 weeks ago. There we go. The Hard Tabletop. Jay, you need more heavy cover on the table, my man. I know. You know.
Sean, wow, Nick was quick on the Space Wolves. No.
I do think, though, I will probably paint a Space Wolf eventually, because if when Kill Team decides to allow you special rules, chapter-specific special rules, I'll probably do like a speed paint of every popular Space Marine chapter, like White Scars, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Dark Angels, and whichever ones I didn't mention, except for the one you want.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one that will not happen. This is the first time I ever clicked this. I'm actually on the Warhammer. I'm on the Games Workshop website, and I clicked GIFs.
What?
You can do GIFs or whatever. And so like this is like, you know, mommy and daddy go to this page to see what their, you know, kid might want.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Oh, gifts! I thought you said GIF.
No.
Like there was gonna be like a dancing
Gifts.
grot. Ah.
And the heart hears what the heart wants to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should just buy expensive stuff. That's what this is.
Yeah, I mean, clearly you mispronounced it because the proper spelling or the proper pronunciation is a GIF, or no, a GIF.
Exactly.
Frozen Throg, Games Workshop and writing rules is not the best combination. I definitely kind of agree. I definitely agree. I would have loved it. Because the whole book is kind of written mostly positive, like you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, which is really great from like a lawyery perspective. But I wouldn't have minded if every now and then, like they kind of let, you know, someone read the rule book and say, and every time they came up with like, wait, does that mean, just have like a little, you know, little box that says, you know, therefore you can't do this. Just some common interactions that you might find yourself in. I would love to, because that's what happens when something happens and you're like, wait a second, can I see you even though we're both 2 inches away from a piece of obscuring cover? And then you go into the book and you have to read obscuring cover, and then you have to read line of sight, and then you have to read all of the interacting rules. Whereas I would love it if it's just kind of a common thing if they just said, yeah, no. You can't do that. Or you can do that. Bad Brothers Tabletop. The marks of chaos for Chaos Space Marines makes me think regular Marines will function similarly to that when a chapter that applies with a chapter that applies to your whole team. Yeah, I hope that they do that.
Maybe they're waiting on doing Space Marines, like a real Space Marine box like they've done with Octeris and Chalnath and Nakmund.
Yeah.
To figure that all out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably exactly what they're waiting for.
What's the next 2 armies?
Oh God. I hope it's Tyranid and Guard. I think somebody.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I think there was a rumor, although I think it was probably just someone wish listing. But I think that would be a great. Oh wait, it won't be Guard because I already did the Guard.
Yeah.
Space Marines versus Space Marines. Let's just make everyone mad.
There you go. And have it be like Ultramarines versus other Ultramarines. That'd be a great idea.
Mm-hmm. What's left? Well, I guess there's plenty of things left. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be Kroot and what's the most nichest thing? Yeah, squats. Kroots and squats.
Squat box.
Mm-hmm. Is Kroot the only not a 40k army faction in Kill Team 22?
I don't know. Joseph Patton. Ultramarines versus Stormcast.
There you go.
That would be a fun one.
Mm-hmm. I'd buy it.
Stormcast would win. Nick, have you ever won a game with 0 grot casualties? Because I have. Jealous. Haven't played with any. Well, I guess I played with the Commander Grot. The Commander Grot dies like quickly. Was there ever a game in old Kill Team where Grots didn't die?
I remember one time where my Reaver Sergeant with 5 wounds, rerolling everything, charged your Grot and completely whiffed.
Yep, I do remember that.
And then you like just like fell out of combat and scored an objective, and
Yeah.
it was insane. The Reavers weren't even that bad in Kill Team 18, but for me they were atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was they're a close combat unit without any special weapons, and Kill Team 18 was all about spamming special weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the flavor in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Imperial Guard just taking 8 plasma cannons. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was good list building. Now you just have a list of fun options that you have to pick, 14 of. Ugh, so boring.
Yeah. Featherbow's tabletop. You got to use Interloper on that grot, man. Yeet him off the board. Yeah, but everyone knows that. That's the problem. So he becomes a target number 1, because everyone knows that he's taking an Interloper. Yeah, it's very interesting. When do you think we'll beat Sean? What month do you think we'll beat Sean?
Well, next week or this week, you and I are playing, so neither of us are going to beat Sean because I'll beat you, and then the week after that, maybe
That'll be your first victory if you.
It will be my first victory of 2022.
Much. Uh-huh.
Balboa's tabletop. Reavers were legit bad. Yeah, they were. Again, they didn't have a special weapon. They just had a good number of attacks. Steve, Zotes versus Squats is obviously going to be the new kill team. Yeah, you know what? I'd be down. I definitely don't want Squats or Zotes in Big 40k because I don't think they should add any more things. But I think that would be a perfect situation to add things to kill team.
Yeah.
1 box. Boom. 1 and done. Ian Cox, it was fun if you didn't get a bunch of meta bashers. Though. You Kill Team 18. Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I mean, it's just Kill Team 22 is such a different game, and yet not different enough that they can both coexist for sure.
Yeah.
Balboa's tabletop. We really need a battle report of you and Sean. We need to see this in action. Oh, it's coming. It is coming. We're working on it.
What would be hilarious is if we filmed it and Sean keeps losing. Like every time we film it or stream it, he loses. I would love that.
Miniature medium. How about crossover rules for Necromunda gangs and kill team? Nope. I'm miniature wargame racist. I think the minis should stay to their own games.
Problematic.
Except for 40k and kill team, obviously. No, that'd be fine. Honestly, I think Necromunda gangs are a perfect candidate for proxies in kill team because it's 10 unique human-sized guys, and pretty much all of the armies in kill team are 10 unique human-sized guys. Probably a way cheaper way to run double Tempesta Scion team is just to use the police guys from Necromunda. Ooh, or they would also make a great Space Marine Scout team. I think we brought that up yesterday. Mm-hmm. Like I almost want to make that. Which is dumb because I already own plenty of scouts to play with kill team. Yeah. Ian Cox, I enjoyed the more RP role-playing aspects of it. It's a shame that they rewrote everything, but it's understandable. Does give you room in the Crusade system, though. Yeah, I haven't played the narrative and Crusade rules. We should. I mean, we just play one game a week, so there's not a lot of.
Yep.
You really can't. It's interesting that you say role-playing aspects. Are you just talking about the list building? 40k list building is more role-play-y. I guess it also came with the name generator, which is kind of fun. They probably should have kept that. Technically, it's your minis, your team, your models that you pick. You always have the option to kind of make them however you want. They did have the specialists, which now you sort of create your specialists with equipment. So if you want somebody to be the demolitionist, instead of just getting... Weirdly, before, the demolitionist was always the sniper, because their rules worked really, really well on sniper models, as opposed to models with big rocket launchers. But now you would give your demolitionist like a grenade.
Right. Oh, I can't wait to beat Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would cry? I think he might cry.
Yeah.
If I lose our game, I'm going to cry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm going to play.
And probably Orc Commandos, they're really good.
You don't know that. I might play Kroot.
If you beat Sean with the Kroot, then I think you become Sean.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, if we're going with the facts, I would probably beat you with Kroot. Because that's always what happens.
I don't think that's true. I think I could beat you with you running Kroot. I think one of the big reasons I lost to the Kroot was I was sitting down completely cold playing Tau Pathfinders, which have so many rules.
Very true. Yes. Sean, I cannot wait to beat Nick with a sexy whip.
Ooh, that's another team I want. Dark Eldar.
Perfect. Lord Vish, if you murder Sean, he won't be able to beat you. We've thought about it.
Mm-hmm. Ian Cox, yeah, list building, coming up with the perfect squad to do things and pretending you're in Astartes A-team. That is true, although I think it could definitely be argued that you would just take the best stuff. Like, in the new game, you're kind of meant to take the best options, and in Kill Team 18, you're also meant to take the best options. Like, if you didn't take the best options, you would lose.
I'm going to take only Grots. I know you can't, but that's what I'm going to do.
I remember I put together my A-Team Space Marines, and God, did they suck. I had to replace almost every model.
Yeah.
I painted them up in fun Packers colors.
Mm-hmm.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go, there, guy. It's Nick. What is the best model you've painted? God, I think it's that battle wagon. I really like that battle wagon. It's really good.
Maybe you should run only battle wagons.
I would love to. It was fun painting it like that. I'm gonna do a similar scheme to the Aeronautica planes whenever we do that in a year.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that scheme. It was fun.
Gato Destructo. You can buy Warhammer minis at freaking Walmart. Ooh, is that the boxed games that come with the repackaged Space Marine Heroes models? Because I've seen those in Target. Alex Noah Vogel. Go Pack, go! Hello from Wisconsinite.
Oh, hey, dear guy. How's it going, dear?
Oh, hey, dear. Oh, go Pack, go. Pass me that bag.
Oh, biggity boggity boog. Oh my god, it's insane. You drive an hour north, people speak weird.
And
Fun. Not
speaking
everybody
of
does.
speaking weird,
Yep. It is 10 o'clock. But anyways, we had 2 videos out this week. We have 2 more. One on Friday. We have a Patreon exclusive episode on Saturday. Going through some more Warhammer Plus. I think we're finishing up Angels of Death, which is pretty exciting. That means all the Angels
yeah.
of Death is up on our Patreon.
yes, you can watch the entire thing with our stunning commentary.
Exactly. A lot of fun.
It's a long ass show. It's like a real show.
It is a long ass show. We've been doing it for a long time now. We also have our Patreon only stream on Friday. That's after the normal stream, where you can actually call in and chat with us on Discord. Essentially, if you got a Discord account, we add you all to a room, and it's just wild. We also have our call-in stream on Saturday, and that's for the normies. Anyone can call in. It's a 2-on-1. We just let one person in at a time. And if you are part of the Patreon, you get to skip the line, because there's going to be a line. It gets longer and longer every single time we do it. But we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central, so join us for that.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.